Costa Rica is a true natural paradise, known for its charming women, world-class coffee, pristine beaches, and lush rainforests. On top of all that, it's an affordable destination for tourists. Despite its fame as a tourist spot, many people don't fully understand the country. Although tourism is important, about 55% of Costa Rica's income comes from agriculture. Located between the Caribbean Sea to the north and the Pacific Ocean to the south, most visitors arrive via the Juan Santamaria International Airport in San Jose, the capital. You can also get to Costa Rica by bus from neighboring countries like Honduras, El Salvador, and Mexico. Thanks to its tropical climate, Costa Rica enjoys pleasant temperatures year-round, around 77 degrees Fahrenheit. For those who prefer drier periods, the best time to visit is between December and April. Spanish is the official language, reflecting the Spanish colonization of Latin America. In 1502, Christopher Columbus named the region Costa Rica, believing he would find abundant gold. However, this expectation didn't pan out, as mineral resources were scarce. The indigenous people living in the country at the time of European arrival had migrated from regions like Guatemala and lived off agriculture and hunting. They later discovered that the mountain slopes were perfect for coffee cultivation. Costa Rica gained its independence from Spain in 1821, ending almost 300 years of colonization. Today, it's known as one of the happiest countries in the world, often ranking in the top 15 on the Global Happiness Index. While many Central and South American countries face economic difficulties, Costa Rica stands out for its stability and quality of life. With an area of 1,700 square miles, its population is about 5 million people. Around 90% of Costa Rica's population is of mixed or mulatto descent, while the rest are descendants of Africans and other local indigenous peoples. Nowadays, only 4 indigenous tribes in the country manage to keep their cultures, languages, and traditions alive. In the Global Corruption Index, which evaluates 180 countries, Costa Rica ranks 48th, indicating a relatively low level of corruption. When you visit Costa Rica, you'll find warm weather year-round and stunningly blue beaches. The country's fertile land allows for the growth of a variety of fruits and vegetables that reach an exceptional level of flavor. Even during times of global crisis, Costa Rica stands out for its ability to produce food in abundance, making scarcity and hunger virtually non-existent. Survival can be ensured for long periods with the many coconuts available in the country. For investors, Costa Rica offers attractive opportunities to buy land and build your dream home in stunning natural settings. Free education and easy access to medications without the need for complicated health insurance make the country more livable than many developed countries in Europe. However, like anywhere, there are challenges to be faced. It's important to note that there are no free public housing programs like those in Brazil. In the capital, San Jose, you might find trash and unpleasant odors on the streets. Unfortunately, some people, lacking public restrooms, end up using the streets in emergencies, which adds to these issues. These aspects might surprise or discomfort first-time visitors. The average salary in Costa Rica is around $700 per month. The minimum wage in Costa Rica is about $600 per month, or roughly 3,000 reais. This is notably the highest in Latin America, giving Costa Ricans significant purchasing power. Compared to some European and Balkan countries, Costa Rica's minimum wages still stand out as being higher. In terms of living costs, renting a 2-bedroom apartment in central areas of the capital, San Jose, costs around $700 per month. For those looking for something more luxurious, you can rent beachfront houses with gardens for about $1,500 a month. Eating out at restaurants in Costa Rica costs about 40 reais per meal, and monthly food expenses are around 1,000 reais. An interesting aspect of the country is the advantage for online workers who earn money over the internet. By obtaining a residence visa and moving to Costa Rica, you become exempt from income taxes when you open a local bank account. Unlike many other countries, Costa Rica doesn't tax income deposited in local bank accounts, as long as you have a minimum income of $3,000 or $15,000 reais to qualify for the visa. Additionally, activities like gambling and prostitution are completely legal and regulated in the country, without government intervention. While these factors help attract millions of tourists, especially from the United States, they are not the only reasons for the happiness of the residents. It's interesting to note that Costa Rica is the only country in the world where it's legal to drive under the influence of alcohol. If someone leaves a bar drunk and drives, they won't be fined or have their driver's license taken away. Surprisingly, until 2012, Costa Rica didn't use traffic signs. Traffic rules were only implemented from that year onward. Despite these freedoms and the absence of a military, Costa Rica's national security doesn't seem compromised. The country remains a popular destination, admired for its stability and quality of life. Since 1948, Costa Rica has been one of the 23 countries in the world without armed forces. Its external security is guaranteed by the United States, which makes it difficult for other nations to interfere in Costa Rican affairs. The influence of the United States on the global stage is undeniable and doesn't need much explanation. When you observe Costa Ricans, whether in cities or rural areas, you can see a look of tranquility on their faces. They seem at peace with the life they lead, always radiating happiness. When they greet someone, you often see genuine smiles. There are also many elderly people, with many saying they live comfortably into their 90s. Meals in Costa Rica are mainly made with locally grown foods like squash, corn, and beans, reflecting a strong connection to nature. The philosophy of pura vida is central to Costa Ricans, emphasizing a relaxed and appreciative approach to life. They believe in letting things flow naturally, avoiding forcing situations, and finding joy in simple things. This positive mindset permeates society, resulting in harmonious living. On the roads, for instance, courtesy prevails, with few honks and a calm, patient attitude among drivers. The warm and friendly nature of Costa Ricans stands out, contrasting with the more reserved attitude found in many developed societies. In the face of challenges, they come together to find solutions, showing a helpful and genuine disposition even towards strangers. It's not uncommon to be greeted with a smile by someone you've never met before. In developed countries, people often focus more on themselves, unlike the communal approach seen in Costa Rica. A fundamental value for Costa Ricans is family. They have a consistent daily routine, usually waking up around 5:30 in the morning and going to bed around 9 at night. This habit of early rising and early sleeping reflects a balanced and healthy lifestyle. This explains why, especially in less populated areas, nights are quiet, with people retiring early to their homes. However, this doesn't mean there's a lack of nightlife. For those looking for fun both during the day and at night, Costa Rica offers many options to meet new people and have a good time. At night, thousands of visitors from around the world gather to party and socialize, enjoying a welcoming and open-minded atmosphere. With a reasonable budget and a bit of planning, you can find a variety of entertainment in Costa Rica. Additionally, Costa Rica, along with Colombia, is known for having some of the most attractive women in Latin America. Venturing away from urban areas and traveling to the countryside, it's common to see many cyclists. The use of bicycles is prevalent, both as a sport and as an economical means of transportation, avoiding fuel costs. Although Costa Rica's national football leagues aren't world famous, football is a national passion. Both playing and watching football are popular activities, and football fields are a common sight in almost every town and village. In a typical Costa Rican village, 3 elements are essential: the church, the school, and the football field. Interestingly, Costa Rica doesn't use a formal addressing system. Houses don't have street names or numbers. Instead, people describe locations based on landmarks, like in front of the school, next to the cemetery, or behind the church. This way of locating oneself, though different, doesn't pose major difficulties for residents. The urban landscape of Costa Rica is marked by the absence of many tall buildings. Constructions usually consist of 1- or 2-story buildings, giving the country a one-story look. In summary, despite its 51,000 square kilometers, Costa Rica is predominantly rural, with vast countryside areas and low-rise architecture.